Somebody say faith. Listen to me. Some of you don't need extra power. What you need is extra faith. The power is given to you. What you need is boldness. Do you know in Matthew 17, man of God, Matthew 17, when Jesus came down from that mountain of transfiguration, the disciples couldn't cast out that devil. And Jesus came, and the man reported his disciples. He said, I brought my son to your disciples, but they could not. That is not a good language. Could not means that they tried and failed. Tried and failed. Tried and failed. Now, I wanted to check whether it was power problem. So I listened to Jesus. Do you know what Jesus said? When the man reported the thing, are you with me? Yeah. Jesus said, you unbelieving and perverse generation. He didn't say you powerless. He said you unbelieving. The implication is that power had been given, but the problem was that there was no faith to activate the power. You have power inside. Jesus said, the river will flow when you believe in me. It is faith that unlocks the river. But until faith comes, the river is locked that it cannot flow. What you need is more boldness. You need faith. The giftings, the river, the power, the grace is there. But you need boldness. You need faith to unlock that which God has put in you. That's what you need. So somebody is thinking he's powerless. You can't be praying and be powerless. You can't be hanging around God. Do you know what it means to camp around God for 1 hour? Just 1 hour. 1 hour camping around God. Now imagine camping around God for 2 hours. Imagine camping around God for 3 hours. Imagine doing it for 7 days. Imagine camping around God for 1 month. Imagine doing that for 1 year. Imagine doing that for 10 years. Imagine doing that for 20 years. And somebody say you are powerless. It's a lie. There is so much power invested in you. What you need is faith to unleash the power to your world. I don't know how else to make you understand this, but I'm going to show you 1 or 2 practicals. I like to use spacemen to make people understand that there is power. Somebody say power. Power. Jesus said to his disciples, you unbelieving and perverse generation. I said, disciple, so you are unbelieving. There is no faith. That's why you could not deliver the oppressed. And then when they got home, they now asked him in private, why could we not cast out this devil? Jesus said to them, you see this kind, it does not go out except by praying and fasting. Jesus did not say except by power, because the power had been given. He said it does not go out except by praying and fasting. What does praying and fasting do? Hear me. The more you pray, the more your faith rises. Praying and fasting have you ever been in a situation, immediately you started praying and praying, suddenly your faith started rising? Has it happened to anybody? Suddenly your faith started rising, started going high. That's what happens when you stay in the place of prayer. You receive more faith, you receive more boldness, because it takes faith to cause the river to do what? To flow. One guy repented. I don't know whether he's still alive. God used him mightily in South Africa. The day he repented, he read the scripture. I don't know who preached to him, but the day he repented, he saw a man on the wheelchair. He had given his life to Christ. I don't know what he heard. Maybe he heard this thing in John 7, verse 37. Yeah? And then he saw a man on the wheelchair. He said, if this word is true, he went from what he heard. He gave his life to Christ today and raised a cripple from the wheelchair that day. What happened to him? He believed what he heard. Somebody say faith. Faith. I came this morning to awaken your understanding and your consciousness to the deposit of God in your inside, and for you to receive faith enough to cause this river to flow. You know why? If this river does not flow, nothing will change in your nation. You are the solution that your generation is waiting for. I say you are the one. There are people that will not change when we preach. They will change when you preach. There are people that cannot hear me. They will hear you. But if you refuse to rise, those people will also perish. Because you are carrying their deliverance in your belly.